The goal of this project is to convert our 3 music classrooms at Portola High School into recording studios, which are equipped with permanently installed audio equipment that can immediately be used to record and playback audio for our classes with minimal additional setup so that it can be used on a daily basis in classes. This equipment would be things such as microphones, speakers, audio cables to be permanently installed in the rooms. In addition, it would also include some auxiliary equipment such as headsets and microphones for soloists, which could be used kind of in a studio sort of setup that you would find in a professional recording studio, so that students can live monitor themselves through headsets while they record into quality microphones to create high quality instrumental and vocal recordings. This project would have a great impact on our campus. We would foresee using this with all of our music classes, which is over 500 students on an annual basis at Portola, and this would be used year after year for the next several decades of students to come through Portola High School. So ultimately we're looking at impacting thousands of music students' experience through this equipment.
Past couple of years, we have started to teach students what it's like to work with media to record themselves and to mix audio on their Chromebooks. By having more professional level equipment will give them a more industry standard experience and allow their products to become much more meaningful to them, which will in turn make them more proud of their work and want to share it with more people.
One way in which it allows us to really serve our students better is to have the ability to record both individuals and group settings for things like auditions, for festivals, applications that require a recorded product to be submitted for evaluation. Having these microphones and the equipment in our room allows us to do that with such great ease that we can then apply to more things, that the students can schedule time with us to help with their application process for colleges as well as with other honor ensembles throughout the community. Secondly, it also allows us to build our repertoire in a different way than just our traditional live performances. If the pandemic has taught us anything, it has taught us that being able to reach a broader audience that isn't necessarily so localized and dependent on coming to our campus is of huge importance. We've been able to reach with the small little bits of equipment that we've had all across the country. This would allow us to create a much better and much bigger product. So having the ability to record in class with this equipment installed already in the classroom will make it infinitely more easy for the students to be able to get immediate feedback that they can then process on their own to take more ownership of what they're doing and how they're learning and how they're progressing in class. Traditionally in our classes, a lot of the feedback and evaluation is based on us, the teachers, taking the information that they're giving us, synthesizing it, and then giving them feedback directly, but it all has to come through us. With these microphones and the playback equipment that we would have available to us in these settings, we would be able to give the students a better opportunity to take on that processing and that synthesizing on their own instead of being so reliant on us.
Hello, IPSF Grant Committee. We are Jill Cavada, Kathy Hooper, and Brianna Rapp, representing the Portola High School English Department. Imagine opening a classroom door and hearing the hum of conversation. Inside, you find animated groups of students sitting together, talking comfortably, laughing freely, and listening seriously. This is the type of excited and empathetic classroom you will now witness in Portola High's 9th grade English classrooms, thanks to the IPSF grant we received last year that purchased diverse, independent reading books, and that we now hope to expand to 11th grade and supplement Little Fires Everywhere as a core text in our 12th grade classes.
IUSD adopted a resolution committing to social justice, equity, and anti-racist curriculum that creates an inclusive society through education. We have made significant progress toward this goal with the books we bought last year. However, our school is growing. Increasing enrollment and the need to expand this program into another grade level make this project all the more critical.
Celeste Ng, I was first introduced to her when I was in about 8th grade, and her books just completely rocked my world because she was kind of the first adult author that I ever read, and she was an Asian American like me, and it was really powerful to see, an Asian woman not only defy the stereotype that Asians should only go into STEM, but also the fact that she was out there and she was sharing her voice. She was using her novels to, talk about her lived experiences, and in so many ways, they mirrored mine. It's this really incredible thing that she does where she talks about how even if you have the best intentions, if you don't really know how your actions are affecting others, especially minorities, if you aren't aware of, racism that is implicit, then your word will ultimately harm other people.
We currently have 507 students enrolled in our 11th grade classes and 488 students enrolled in 12th grade. This is projected to increase by at least another 90 students next year, so this project could impact about 50% of our students.
As Goldie Muhammad wrote, quote, "Students must authentically see themselves in the learning. It is our job as educators to not just teach skills, but also to teach students to know, validate, and celebrate who they are," end quote. The authors of the novels we've selected for the proposed 11th grade independent reading choice and the 12th grade core text represent a wide array of communities, allowing teachers to innovate the classroom by amplifying minority voices and providing opportunities for students to connect authentically with authors and characters. Having seen the growth and engagement of our students this year, we are extremely excited to expand this curriculum even further. Thank you for considering us as we all celebrate the 25th anniversary of the IPSF grant program.